Baby Metalheads, this is LUCAMETAL and welcome to episode 3 of Guitar Tutorials. Today we'll start learning Baby Metal Death. As usual, before we begin, here's a little clip of what we'll be learning today. So let's get right to it, because as you may have seen, I'm gonna try to wrap up all the guitar parts for the whole song except for the solo that we'll be saving for another episode. And as you may have noticed, I'm using a 7th string for this particular cover. That's because we're playing in a lower key than on the previous ones. The original key of this song goes in A sharp, and right now I have a standard 7-string tuning, so we're tuned to B, which is just 1/2 step up from the original key. And I don't really know what tuning they're using on the original track. It could be a 7-string tuned down to A sharp, it could be a 6-string tuned down to a drop tuning down to A sharp. I really do not know, but at the end of it all, it's not really that important as long as we play the same riffs. It really doesn't matter, and it becomes a matter about preference. So however you want to do it, it's up to you. But like I said, I'm tuned to B standard at the moment, so keep that in mind in order to follow me throughout this tutorial. So first off, we got the intro, which is pretty simple. It's basically the Metallica 1 riff. So we got a series of 16-second note triplets on the B, which are palm muted, and then you end on a B power chord, which you then mute in order to not make it ring. And then you just repeat the whole riff throughout the whole intro section. Then we have the lead guitar, which is playing octaves up here on the 9th fret on the A string, and on the octave, the 11th fret on the G string. Pretty much going, and it's up to you if you want to play it in faster 16-second notes or if you want to go with 8-second notes, because they both work perfectly fine. And the melody we're doing is, you know it. So we're doing that one once, which is from 9, same octave shape, slide it down to 7, 10, back to 9, then 4, 2, 10, 9. Then the BABYMETAL death chants come in, and we're still playing this thing, except there's a little variation in the melody, and it goes like this. So same so far, and then so you slide up to 14 instead of the 4 here. So 14, 10, and 9. Then we have the third part of the intro, which goes into the main riff, and the left guitar goes like this. Off. So what's happening during the pause is that the riff is just switching over to the right guitar, which I'm going to show you pretty soon. So you get the riff above. Obviously, I'm recommending to alternate pick these riffs. Slowly, it goes. Then there's the pause, and then we do the same riff again. Yeah. This time we end on a bend on the 12th fret on the A string. Pinch it and bend it slowly. So the right guitar is pretty much the same, except when you're doing that first half of the riff on the left guitar, the right guitar is quiet, and then when the left guitar is quiet, then you do, which is just the same, except instead on the end of it, instead of going, we're going. So if you would combine the left and the right guitar, it would be. Then we have the main riff, which begins with the same figure, except we're doing this a couple of extra times. So as you can see, it starts just like the same, and it's so 4 of those, and then which is 13, 10, 12, 10 on the B string. Another 4 of these. These are simple power chords. You can play either on the 8th fret on the E string and slide it down to 5, or on 13 on the B and slide it down to 10. It's a matter of preference. Some might find it easy to stay in the same area all the time, or you want to move around a little bit more. Go back to figure 1. And then this time we're doing just 3 of these. And then, which are power chords, starting on the 8th fret on the B string, down to 5, up to 7, and down to 3. Then repeat the whole thing, and this time when we're doing it, instead of going to the... comes this thing. 15 and 14 on the A string, palm mute the 12th fret on the B string, go back to 14 on the A string, 12, jump to the E string, and 15, 14, 15. The right guitar is exactly like the left guitar, except on that very last part of the riff, where instead of going, we're doing the harmony, which goes like this. Which is 14, 13 on the D string, same palm muted B string on the 12th fret on the B string, so 13th fret on D, then jump down to the A string and go 15, 14, 12, 14. Then we have the verse riff where we're continuing with this 8-second note riffing, and the left guitar plays this. So in between these higher notes you have 2 palm muted open Bs. And so slowly the riff goes. So a little variation there in the end, where we go. Then repeat. Until that variation at the very end, where right after the 12th fret on the E string, we go to these triplet hammer-ons up here. Which is 7, 8, 11 on the low B, and then 9, 10, 12 on E. The right guitar plays the same figure, the same shape, except we're playing a harmony. So just change the notes to... Hammer-ons this time is on 9, 10, and 12 on the E string, and 7, 9, 10 on the A string. Then both guitars go into the chorus with a... Don't palm mute this one, just start with an open B, go 5, 7, another open B, 7, 8, another open B, 8, 11, open B, 11, 12, open B, 12, 14, and 13 on E.